All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to This Week in Base Hit. I am your host, Zubaz. Clone, how was your week?
It was good. It was good. We'll see what happens with the weather. You ask me tonight.
Crazy weather all over the United States. We missed the worst of it here in Texas. A lot of ice was headed our way, but it went north of us, so I'm thankful for that.
Hopefully we've got I'm in North Carolina. I talk about we might get a couple inches of snow and we're all excited. And everybody else wants to mock me for considering that to be real snow. So
I mean, it's all relative. Like dealing with it is much harder in the South. I'm from Wisconsin, and it's been much harder to deal with a little bit of snow in Texas. It's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Look at that hat. You've almost got it perfectly for people that listen on audio. The
Yeah.
Braves hat.
Wearing
Almost
my
perfectly matching up with the picture.
wearing my Braves hat. I got Jimmy Carter behind me. Lost a president this week, and while we don't talk politics on Base Hit, presidential history is a passion of mine, and so I just thought we'd combine the two and talk about Jimmy Carter and his love of baseball because he was a big baseball fan. For those of you Braves fans, or like me, that just had TBS and a lot of times there was only baseball on,
Yep.
there's a lot of cutaways to Jimmy Carter, and he was good friends with uh, Bobby Cox for a long time. He went to a lot of games during the 90s. I have a little bit of memorabilia to share. This is the last time the five presidents were together during Barry O's inauguration. You see Jimmy Carter there on the left, and then all their signatures down there. You see Jimmy Carter off
Wow.
on the right side. Yeah.
That
So
is some fancy stuff.
and you want to hear that hangs in my bathroom, which might be the weirdest part of that whole thing. Um, but yeah, Jimmy Carter, he also started the annual. I don't. They probably don't do it anymore. I know Trump does it, but they he started the annual media versus the president and Secret Service softball game. Uh,
Oh, I
where
didn't know any of this.
yeah, he used to play softball with the boys, and
Hmm.
there's a couple of great stories of him where like one time a softball hit him, and he got mad at his Secret Service because they're supposed to stop him from being hit, and so he likes to joke around like that and razz the guys. So he was a baseball fan, which is cool. And the one other thing I wanted to bring up about Jimmy Carter, and this ties to something I get on my soapbox a lot about, is in October 30th, 1995, Jimmy Carter wrote an op-ed in the USA Today called "It's Time to Forgive Pete Rose." And he
Really?
wrote, and if you get a chance, if you're a baseball fan, it's a great op-ed. It's very well reasoned, it's very long, and he writes down like every reason, like from from uh uh the commissioner commissioner's goals with this, with the crime, with the restitution, with his, teammates and anybody that he owed money to. Like he goes through the whole thing and details out why he says it was time to forgive Pete Rose for the sake of baseball. And here
I'll
we
find
are.
the link. I haven't read that, but I'll find the link and add it to the notes for the episode.
Yeah, please do. I think it's worth a read. I think it was kind of a past precedent to take time to care about the game enough, especially because if you remember, at that point in 1995, he was also speaking out against Marge Schott. And so like the Reds organization was really in the spotlight at that point. And so it's not because he was a fan of Marge Schott as much as he thought that the best hitter, pure hitter in baseball history deserved his rightful attention in the Hall of Fame. And here we are 30 years later. We lost Pete Rose, we lost Jimmy Carter, and we still don't have Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. So let's do Jimmy Carter and Pete Rose a solid and just get this thing done.
We
All
should,
right.
yeah. We had Ricky Henderson on here. This has become our memorial
Yep.
Memorial Weekly. This week's deaths. We just make it a section.
Yeah, we lose some guys too young, but Jimmy Carter made
Waylon.
it to 100. My
Yeah.
man was a centurion.
Yep.
So anyways, so there's lots of crossover between presidents and baseball. And so maybe some other time I can talk more about that. But right now, it's Jimmy Carter's day.
Given that love, it's very nice. But I will also say that just seeing that hat brings out a gut negative reaction because
For sure. I feel weird putting it on. Uh,
Braves, I mean,
yeah,
that like you said, they were the I'm in the South. There wasn't a team around here, so everybody was a Braves fan. They were on all the time. They were good all the time. I remember when they were the worst all the time, which was really fun, but then they were just good forever. And Jesus, I got
I
so
don't know if
upset.
we talked about it on this podcast, but we also both agreed they probably at one point had the best starting five pitchers ever in baseball history when they had um, Maddox, Glavine, Smoltz, but then Kevin Millwood, who was an all-star, and a Denny Nagel, who had more Cy Young votes than the three guys above him. I mean, that's really crazy. Uh, Five-man rotation. You know, you got three Hall of Famers and two guys that both had All-Star and Cy Young were both All-Stars and had Cy Young votes. I
You're
think
not
that
talking
that
about
might
the
have been
British
95 as
rotation when
well,
you had
right?
Zane Smith, Pete Smith. I'm trying to remember when they were awful, who the other guys were.
Zane Smith, yeah. I remember Zane
Zane
Smith.
Smith, maybe.
God, you
Um,
couldn't even let me talk about the Braves being good for a second, and all of a sudden you're just
I
like,
let you go for like four
remember
minutes.
when Dale Murphy got hurt?
Let you go for like 4 minutes. I'm just saying. It's there's I sometimes I think that I've let these things go, but then I see the hat. I'm like,
And
oh
you're
man.
just like, worst. Just
Plus,
pretend it's an A for
it
Alabama.
looks like Alabama too, which yeah, never
Yeah.
mind.
It looks like an A for the Scarlet Letter
There's that too. Um,
for
you need to
adulteress.
get your Braves hat. Remember the affiliate links that we have. I got to do some cross promotion here.
Yep.
Use the affiliate link on our
Yeah,
site.
get your Braves hat. Look at that. I got that through MLB Shop. So there you go. Yeah. It's a beautiful
Um,
hat.
all right, we talked Jimmy Carter. I was the only thing I was talking about this week was I don't know if you're on Discord, you might have noticed more, but and if you're not on our Discord server, you should join our Discord server. But we've had
We had a
influx
great week of Discord
yeah, we've had
this
an
week in
influx of
BaseHit.
new folks coming in, and you would have noticed it there. We always have a trickle, but this week we just had a lot of guys asking questions. It's nice to see, and I think we're very good about being welcoming to new people. But
Yep.
if you're listening to this, you're probably not a new person. Maybe you are, but welcome in if you're new. But anything you can do to help us to welcome in new people. Answering questions, just saying hi, just getting used to some of the names. I mean, I invite them to your leagues. The way we talked about it recently, when it's different than it used to be when you come in. You used to have to wait forever for a league to start, but now we have rookie leagues that are ready to go, so that when people sign up, they can get in immediately. But that's really just to get them in the door and get the feet wet. But
Yep.
getting them integrated into other leagues is important. So pay attention to that. And some of the new people have like as much energy as anybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say something else about that too. So even if you're already on Discord, everybody should be there. That's where it's the most fun. That's where the community is. But um, like it's in the forums, I remember I would get stuck in my league forum and I wouldn't go to the main forums as much. But on Discord, it's much easier because there's a lot more active stuff happening on some of the more general servers, like the Clubhouse servers and things like that. So I know Discord, somebody mentioned Discord can be chaotic. Um, but if you just go in and start new and forget everything in the past, you can just start from the conversation there. And even if you just want to dip your toe in the water, go to the MLB talk. Everybody knows some MLB stuff, so you can start there. But also,
Added,
if you want to
oh,
be
go ahead.
good at the game, there's a lot of smart people at the game giving some really good like tips that they've learned over 10 years, just dropping them in there for you. So don't miss stuff like that. Like check that stuff out. It's cool.
Yep. I just added Discord server for one of my leagues, and we'll see how it goes. But I just it's nice to see you can see everybody that's hanging out for the day.
Yep.
Takes me back to we used to you had your ICQ thing on there, but back in the day, even when everything's on forums, we all started to get to know each other on AIM and everything else, and it's similar to be able to get some instant gratification on there to find each other.
I forgot to sell it to people in TCL like AIM because like even though we had the forums, everybody was on AIM because we wanted to actually talk real time. A lot of times we were doing trade
Like a
stuff.
trade. Yeah.
A lot of times we were just talking trash. And Discord is like the best blend of the two because you have a really smooth DM path there, which is
Yep.
nice, but also like all the boards. And you can do threads there too. So if you're really into the forums, you can do threads.
Yep. Um, and I love the forum. You and I have two of the biggest forum posters of all time, and there's some great long time things in there.
Yep.
And when new users come in, we prompt them that they can go to Discord, they can go to the forums. I'm just gonna tell you crusty old folks that when new people come in, they almost all go to Discord instead of
Yeah.
the forum.
Yeah.
It's just the way of the world these days that forums have become quiet.
Yep.
Um, because we're on a lot of people play on their phones. They're used to
Oh, that's the
they're
other thing.
they're used
Yep.
to getting their pings, and the fact that you got an app, you can get pinged directly from people. You can drop your GIF in there. You can do whatever GIF. Anyway,
Yep.
whatever.
I know sometimes change is hard, but this is this one's important because that is exactly right. Like the forums just aren't getting updated like they used to. So even if you don't want to make the transition immediately, at least dip your toe in the water. Get on Discord.
Um,
It's a lot of fun. And it's where one thing is for sure is if you want to get into some of the most fun leagues where you are doing like full league drafts and things like that, we're using Discord to make them happen because it's so much easier. And so like faster paced leagues almost have to be on Discord. So if that's another good reason to do it. Um,
um, Speaking of the new people, this is another reminder to refer. We need you guys to be referring the game. We have that refer a friend link up at the top. We're going to be doing a drawing at the end of the year, but just a reminder, I'm going to send out an email
End of the
today.
month.
End of the month. End of the month.
End of the month, not end of the year.
Just a reminder to that some of the best people that we get come from your referrals. And if you're wondering, that's part of why I was talking about the rookie leagues too. If you're wondering what it's like for new people coming in, they can get in a league immediately. It's a small league. They could still join your league if they want to. We've got some tutorials on there, and I'm making more to get started, but it's easier than it used to be. Uh, and like I said, you get on Discord, you'll get people to help you out. Um, we're making it easier to ease your way in and talk to your buddies who are baseball fans. Get them to give it a try.
And literally just giving away money. And to be honest, there's not that many people signing up, so you have a good chance of making getting that money if you do the referral.
We do have people signing up because of ads, but we want
No, I mean
for the
specifically
referral.
for referrals. Yeah,
Using
yeah, yeah.
using our referral system that we built out that we'll send them an email. Um, anyway, yep,
Yep, that's good.
that's it. That's what's
Uh,
been on.
all right. So we're probably at 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Yep. So there it is. That's this week in base hit. Thank you for mean this. Like thank you for the community because that's the best part of this game. So thanks for participating, whether it be on the forums, on Discord, whatever it is. Thanks for watching this. Appreciate that. And until next week, we are out of here.